Welcome back to the next section on all you need to know to be comfortable writing Python scripts. In this section, we go on to explore the 4 stages of application development. Let's not go back to as historical as Charles Babbage, but let's say we start off when you were probably playing computer games. Maybe 10, 12, 15 years back, you used to play applications, you used to play games like Dave, and these were applications which were very addictive. These were games which were very addictive, but incidentally, you don't get to see them on the current operating systems. This was the first stage of application development where the applications were designed for only one operating system. Then came the second phase of application development. In the second phase of application development, what we see is applications were written for one operating system. When the company sold this application to a majority of clients using this operating system, they started looking at increasing their revenue by rewriting the same application on different operating systems. The team had the functional knowledge. The same team was trained for other operating systems, and we had the same application running on multiple operating systems. That was the second stage of application development. Then came the third stage of application development where even before we started developing the application, we looked for programming languages which were available on multiple platforms. And that's where the concept of porting came into picture. So we wrote the application on one operating system. We made sure that the application was up and running on one operating system. And then we ported this application to other operating systems. We didn't have to rewrite the entire operating system as in the second stage of application development. We ported the application. Of course, there used to be differences between different operating systems, so we had to do some porting, but it was not as difficult as rewriting the entire application on a new platform. Today we have matured beyond that. Today we are looking at the fourth stage of application development where we look at cross-platform programming. And what's that supposed to be? Let's say, for example, I have one box, one computer on which I have a certain application running. Today we have the concept of sharing the hard disk between different operating systems. On Windows, we have the concept of map drives. On Unix, we have the concept of network file system. So we can share the same hard disk on multiple platforms. With the concept of cross-platform application development, what we see is we don't have to maintain multiple copies of the application. We can maintain one copy of the application, and using this single copy of the application, we will be in a position to access the same single copy of the application on multiple platforms, which means if there are any changes, I just have to make changes on one copy and I don't have to worry about making changes on multiple copies because it's only one copy which is used on multiple platforms. Python is a cross-platform application development programming language, which means you can develop your Python application on Windows and you can just access the same copy from the Windows hard disk from Unix, and you'll be able to execute this. Of course, there are some cross-platform features which we need to take care so that the application is executing on the other target platforms without any challenges. Once those small things are taken care, you can have the same application running on multiple platforms. With this, we come to the end of this section of programming. Thank you very much for watching. Look forward to see you in the next section.